Hey guys, I'm so sorry. I was doing something importante, but I'm back now. I didn't realize I had some stuff that I needed to do. I thought I was coming back in a few minutes, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm here to do ooh, cards are flying. I'm here to do a reading, a ClairTarot reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watches. Hold on really quick. Let me just I totally forgot to share this out to Facebook. So if you just give me 1 second, I'm just gonna go ahead and come on, laptop. Move a little faster, please. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Okay. Let me share this. Share this. So, some people are just fucking weird. Can I just say that? People are just weird. It's insane how weird it gets. So Aquarius, no more BS. You need to know this. This is what message I was given when I was gonna go live earlier before I realized the time and that I had to take care of something important. Let me just there we go. All right. All right. That's right. No more. No more of the BS, okay? No more of the BS. We're going to get you guys information that will help you gain clarity on whatever is going on. It seems like there's a lot of testing going on. Let's go ahead and get started with your read. Go ahead and get started. All right. Ooh. Pour some sugar on me in the name of love. Pour some sugar on me. Oh boy, get out of here, boy. Oh, good God. Y'all got some shit going on. Oh, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just. Okay. Sorry. Aquarius, what is going on? This really got me messed up. Pour some sugar on me in the name of love. Pour some sugar on me. I can't get enough. Okay. This card popped up and it got me freaking cracking up. Okay, there's one. Let me just pull 2 more cards. Okay. Damn. Y'all are gonna kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Here we go. Here we go. So, card number 12, boundaries. There's a definite need for you guys to establish and enforce boundaries, even with things that seem so benign, things that you would normally tell yourself, that's no big deal. I shouldn't get pissed off. I shouldn't get triggered. I need to like rise above and be elevated and evolved. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's going to be quite a few attempts to really create imbalance within your thoughts and emotions. You have to make sure you are aware that you are really, really paying attention to your path, to your environment over the next maybe couple days, maybe couple weeks. I think it's going to be different for each person, but there will definitely be attempts to derail and interfere with your process of expansion. Card number 36, which the magic you seek is inside of you, let it flow. So when I see this card, I see that it's like something's trying to keep you down, trying to push you down, trying to distort things. But you have this power within you. Okay. Within you is the power to not just rise above, not just expand, but really, really empower yourself to the point where even the very well concealed attempts to disturb your peace will be discovered and neutralized. So, card number 11, cosmic connection. Y'all have some cosmic connection occurring. Okay. There is a lot of courting going on. I said courting, but what I heard myself say is courting. Did you guys hear that as well? Did I say courting or courting? Like a gentleman trying to court a lady. I don't know. I don't know. Is this another form of glamour? Glamour meaning an attempt to kind of get you in a state of unaware and get under your skin and maybe cause some sort of effect. I don't know. For some, it might be the arrival of an individual that that catches your interest in maybe a romantic sense. I'm not saying that every one of you, if someone new comes along and you have a new love interest, that it would be a parasitic attempt. But for some of you, it's a parasitic attempt. Okay. It's a parasitic attempt. I was saying cording, like plugging into you, cording, like a electrical cord. But that's the thing. The fact that it seemed like I was saying courting, I kind of wonder if that potential romance is nothing more than a Trojan, a parasitic Trojan. If you're not familiar with my work, a Trojan is when an individual who can be easily accessed and influenced by parasites is brought into your life because the parasite can't directly access or influence you. So it'll use a Trojan, just like a Trojan horse from the Trojan War. This individual houses something. Okay. This is not going to be true for all Aquarius. I just want to make that very clear. It's not going to be true for all Aquarius, but just definitely allow yourself to exercise higher levels of discernment. Okay. So focus again. Look at that. Pushing you down. See? It's like something is trying to push you down, keep you below water. Not going to work. Aquarius is just too intelligent. It's not going to work. Instead of you freaking out about drowning, you're going to recognize you began this life in water, your own water, water that you created. Your first couple months being in a physical body, you were contained within an amniotic sac that was filled with amniotic fluid. Now, if you don't know about human anatomy and the reproductive process, amniotic fluid is cycled over within, I don't remember how many days, but it's the baby's pee. You're floating in your own pee. You're swallowing your own pee, processing your own pee, and you're swimming in it. That's what amniotic fluid is, basically. So, yeah, no, you create your own birth waters. There's no drowning in that. Okay. You're not going to drown in this process. It can try and hold you down as much as you want, but you can go ahead and choose to have this experience like being in a float tank. If you don't know what a float tank is, it's basically a sensory deprivation tank. The water is very salinated. It's salty, and it's a temperature that matches your skin temperature. So it's basically like taking away all your senses. Well, here's the thing, Aquarius, people talk shit about you for being detached, like not being attached to your emotions and being able to see things logically. Okay, that's what you're being asked to do. See things logically, detach from your emotions. Use that shit talking people do about your quirks to empower you. Okay, that's a superpower. If you can tap into that and know when to detach the emotions and instead operate from a very logical way, logical place, their ability to affect you is greatly diminished. Because let's face it, Trojans oftentimes are brought to you in order to trigger you. It's in that pissing you off, it's in that getting you to be highly emotional that they're able to drop your frequency momentarily. Yes, your frequency will rebound and it'll go back to your resting state, but in that momentary drop, that's when a parasite can enter. So this is a superpower. Okay. If people want to talk shit about you being able to detach, well, that's just because they jealous that they can't do that. And so their ass gets parasitic and try and talk shit to you. Whatever, whatever. They can say whatever they want. You can use this, you can harness this Aquarius characteristic to your benefit. Okay. You can definitely benefit from this because if you're going to be tested, you have to learn to be able to stay in your Zen zone. Your Zen zone makes you inaccessible to parasitic attempts. Okay. Card number 4, doable. The key is within your grasp. You can do this. You can get through this. Not only can you get through this, you're going to thrive. You're going to get through this and you're going to thrive. And this is going to be something that's going to really help you to level up, regardless of what anyone else tries to do. If you yourself will not allow you to be held down, there's nothing they can do. There's really nothing they can do. They can try and piss you off all they want. They can try and, trigger you, try and trip you up. But that's the beautiful thing about Aquarius. You can detach from that and be like, you're stupid. I know quite a few Aquarius. Some of the most very important people in my life are Aquarius. Okay. And I see them, this one thing I don't understand. I'm very fond of Aquarius. And you piss an Aquarius off, they're gonna cut you with their words, and then you're pissed off, they cut you with their words. Well, why the fuck you start a knife fight? You start a knife fight and then you get mad that they cut you. What's your problem? Okay, cross watchers. Don't be starting a knife fight with an Aquarius knowing they know how to fight. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Okay. One of my children is an Aquarius, highly intelligent Aquarius. He tried to rub your eyes, son. Recognize who's standing in front of you. You put that knife away because I'm holding a machete. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We're not doing this. You communicate with me in a respectful way. You disagree with me in a respectful way. There's no knife fighting here. So if you can't handle a knife fight, don't be starting a knife fight with an Aquarius. You're going to get your ass cut up. And don't be crying that you got cut up when you started that shit to begin with. Aquarius doesn't tend to start shit. I'll tell you that right now. Aquarius does not start the shit. They will end the shit, but they're not the one starting it. So if something gets started with Aquarius, you need to recognize you probably started that shit. And then you didn't know what the fuck you got yourself into until you were all cut up like a little sushi. That's your bad. Hey, I'm sorry that I don't feel bad for you. Don't start shit with shit you don't understand. Okay? Know your enemy before you start the war. And why you want to make Aquarius your enemy anyways? I'm just saying, you don't even need enemies. That's your bad for thinking you need to make enemies. Card number 36, worlds within worlds. So another thing that I really notice about Aquarius, you guys can operate freely within a box and not have that box confine you. That's some shit right there. That is some shit right there. You can really flex without breaking down the walls. You can have the walls become something that functions in your favor rather than becoming a way to imprison you. So, hey, you know what? People can talk shit all they want, but can they do that? Nope. Nope. Aquarius is the only sign that I know that I've witnessed being able to do that, where you can be free and functional inside a box, knowing you can dismantle the box, but still being okay with the box because it doesn't hinder you in any way. So even when people try and box you in over the next couple weeks, we're entering actually, I don't know if we're already in it. People acting like we're already in it, but I don't know if we already are. I don't know. Be too much with their Mercury retrograde attitudes, and myself included. But you're going to be really challenged as we enter this retrograde action. Um, it's okay. It's okay. You thrive with challenge. The more challenging something is, the more you step up to the plate. So it might frustrate you. It might test your ability to be patient with yourself in your process. It's okay if you have a meltdown. It's okay if you actually let yourself feel really, really tough and process it, not ignore it and push it down. That's okay for you to process it. So this is really going to push your boundaries. It's going to help you to see how much you can really handle, how much you can really figure out, how spiritually evolved you've become. But before you can get to that end result where you realize all, you're going to be challenged. Okay, you're going to be challenged. Now, some of the challenges may come in the form of a masculine. Card number 42, the masculine. So for some, the masculine the masculine will present itself as an actual guy with no shirt holding spears. For some, this will be the arrival of a male. Okay. He got spears. I say sharpen your knives. You don't know what's coming. I don't know what's coming. You don't know what's coming. Just be ready. Let me stop. Let me stop. Some will experience the arrival of an actual male. I don't know what this male represents. I don't know. Um, you look at his face, he's very focused. Is he standing? Is he postured in an aggressive way? No. As a matter of fact, it looks as though he's holding a spear for you and is waiting for you to step forward and take your rightful place, take your rightful weaponry. Are y'all going to be going to war together? It seems like this is more of a he just doesn't feel combative. So this might be a masculine presence energy that's going to help you further refine certain things about you. Um, and I can't discern. I can't discern. For some, it's the presence is going to be more supportive, encouraging. For others, that presence might be a triggering of you to get you to refine certain aspects of yourself. Okay. And they're probably not going to be aware that they're doing this or serving you in this way. But look, from his sphere to yours, all the phases of the moon, all the different planetary alignments, galaxies, whatever the hell that is, from the sphere to the consciousness, this I'm wondering if this is a soul connection. Karmic trigger, possibly. Yeah, karmic trigger, possibly. Leanne, Aquarius, I think you need to build another box for the guy just in case he looks too dreamy. don't don't step into the dick sand. Don't get caught up in dick sand. One of my girlfriends taught me that term. Don't get caught in the dick sand. I don't know what this guy represents. It's hard to tell. It's so ambiguous. Like there's no definitive feeling to it. It keeps alternating back and forth, back and forth. I'm wondering if maybe it's not yet decided because your higher self is giving you the opportunity to first solidify what your stance is when this presence circumstance, it's a masculine energy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an actual man, but it's a masculine energy. This totally threw me off. Why you have no shirt on? Holding spears. Okay, so we have card number 42, the masculine, and then card number 14, let love grow. But here's the thing, the feminine is trying to hold on to some masculine aspect that's already expired. So is this an ex coming back? All right, hold up. Obviously, we're going to need to involve my ancestors. We're going to need to involve my ancestors. We need clarity on this. If an ex is coming back, we need to know. We need to be ready. We need to, oh my God. Okay. Let me just calm down. Girl, calm down. Calm down. Let us see. All right. Page of Coins in reverse, failure to recognize obvious facts. Fuck you. Failure to. So an ex is coming back for some of you. An ex is coming back to re-trigger shit. That will definitely cause. Okay. So there you go. Rebelliousness, wastefulness, illogical thinking. So for those of you who are averse to the return of the ex, then you probably will become rebellious to this potential reconnection, right? Well, it also has the meaning of wastefulness. Don't waste this opportunity for growth. Now, am I telling you don't waste this opportunity as in you need to reconnect and try out a relationship again? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is don't be so quick to assume that you know what this reconnection is supposed to be about. If they come back, use your discernment, see what it is that's needing to be explored on your end. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to continue conversation or anything like that. Sometimes just their attempt to reconnect with you will trigger some insane ass shit that's within you that's been buried, put in a box, ribboned up, placed on a shelf. Sometimes it's just them needing to make their presence known so that you can take that box down off the shelf, undo the ribbon, and re-examine what was in the box. And maybe that's what leads to your growth. Y'all don't kill me, okay? Don't put your knives away. Everybody put your knives away. I'm just delivering messages. I'm not in agreement with any of this. Put your knives away. Because the next card is the Lover's card. Love, beauty, perfection, harmony, trust, romance, deep feeling, optimism, freedom of emotion, testing someone. So I'm wondering if the return of the ex is going to be used to test you, is going to be used to trigger something within you where you're going to be gifted the opportunity to put into action the lessons you've learned between the time you left that person behind and now. You've gone through quite a bit. Okay, you've gone through quite a bit. You've learned quite a bit. You've evolved, you've developed, you've matured, all of that good stuff. This is going to test you and get you to see how to implement the knowledge that you've acquired. When you implement knowledge, it then becomes wisdom. So this is really a circumstance of allowing you to really ripen your wisdom. Okay. Self-love test. Absolutely. So let's see. And this other card that fell out. Let's see. An invitation or opportunity may soon rise. Advancement, attraction, inducement, challenge, proposal. So this is an opportunity. This is a challenge. You're going to rise to the challenge and you're going to conquer this challenge. And I mean, look at his face. I don't know. I think he's asking to be whipped, paddled. I don't know. Whatever. Use your chancla, whatever it is you got on hand. If mofos want to come back and try and be your lover when they did you dirty before, we're going to have to utilize this opportunity to go ahead and spank his ass. Throw a shoe. Don't use your hand. If you feel the need to slap someone, don't use your hand. There's no point in you injuring yourself. Use your shoe. I'm not promoting domestic violence. I'm being sarcastic. I felt the need to just put that out there because I felt one of you actually like, I'm going to use my shoe. I was being sarcastic. Sometimes my level of sarcasm is so advanced, it comes off as like I'm giving you life advice. It's not. It's not. I'm being sarcastic AF. Okay. Card number 10, compassion. Have a little compassion. Have some compassion, okay? Even if you're not open to a reconnection, your refusal to reconnect, it should probably be delivered in as compassionate a way as you can muster. If they won't accept no for an answer, sometimes the most compassionate thing you can do is get out your daggers and get savage. Okay, you need to use those words, come mofo down to size so he can fit back in his box. Just chop chop. That's it. That's it. Maybe, it's up to them. If they want to try and force their way back in, if they don't want to take no for an answer, if they want to be like that one person that joined the other live and he was insisting, just insisting, he needed to be cut out. So that's what happened. He got cut out. And if you need to cut people out again, you'll come to that conclusion on your own. And if you do come to that conclusion on your own, then go ahead and do it. There's nothing unevolved, mean, or ugly about blocking. And I will tell you this. The people who give you drama about blocking them are the very people who should be blocked. Let that sink in. The people who give you drama for blocking them, the people who give you drama for exercising your sovereign right to maintain your sovereign space are the very people who should be blocked. There you go. Okay. He's a charmer and I see through him. That makes it real hard to face him. My Scorpio rising doesn't like fake. Well, if he's a charmer, you're not a snake, are you? Maybe your Scorpio rising might need to use your Scorpio stinger. I don't know, though. I don't know. So if the need to block arises, then block, but also take into consideration, you're very intelligent, Aquarius. You're very, very intelligent. Take into consideration, really, really consider whether or not you are blocking out of a desire to avoid or if it's a necessity. Okay. So if you're just wanting to avoid because if it's painful to deal with, it's an ex, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to see him or her. I don't want to revisit the pain that they caused me. That's avoidance. In that case, when you block just to avoid the lesson that's being brought to you, that's not going to grow you. That's not going to benefit you. It's going to be a surefire. Ooh, see, the cards fell. revision. It's a surefire way to have that lesson circle back around with more momentum and force when it hits you again. Okay? So allow yourself to go ahead and first analyze. First analyze, why are you blocking? Are you just blocking immediately? Or is this something you've determined that for your best interest, for your mental and emotional health and safety, you need to block? Then by all means, block. So you got revision, alliance, and absence. Who have you formed an alliance with? Are you aligned with yourself? When you try and avoid these lessons that your soul is trying to deliver to you, have you aligned with the very things that are trying to prevent you from growing? And that's why it becomes very, very important for you to analyze, to really, really take a moment to discern where your need to block is rooted. Okay? Now, absence. Look at her face. Has their absence gifted you with a ripening of your inner under and overstanding? Because if it has, there is a potentiality that their return will gift you with an even deeper ripening. I mean, if they return, that doesn't necessarily mean they need to stay. Okay, I just want to make that clear. That doesn't necessarily mean they need to stay. But if you're going to just avoid all of this from the start because you hear it here before it even happens, you might be robbing yourself of tremendous potentiality. Okay, you really might be robbing yourself of something important. Everyone that comes before you is sent to you for a reason. Doesn't mean they have to stay. It doesn't mean that they have to be allowed to continue to be around. But you have to first allow yourself to learn the reason, uncover the reason for them coming back to begin with. This was intense. So some shit's coming back. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Let's see. It's always more difficult to face them than it is to block them. Hardest lessons are the most potent ones. Absolutely. I've found that the level of pain is definitely tied to the depth of learning. The level of pain is tied to the depth of the lesson, the depth of the learning. So don't be afraid to hurt. Hurt is the greatest teacher you will ever have in this life. It doesn't matter who delivers that hurt. Okay. And it's not that you have to look for pain. It's that you have to find the courage within you, because you have this courage within you. You have to find the courage within you to face that fear, to look at that potential pain in the eyes and tell it, I'm ready. You're not taking me down. You may slow me down a little bit, but you'll never stop me. And I feel like that's well within the truth of Aquarius. That's well within your truth. All right. So have no shame in the reclamation of your sovereign right and sovereign space. But at the same time, keep yourself open to the potentiality of a reconnection that will grow you in some way that I don't know. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know. I don't know. My ex only wants NSA. No need to face that man ever again. It might not even be an ex-boyfriend. It just might be a masculine type of essence. So there are women that are masculine. It might have to do with a circumstance that really triggered the masculine aspects of you. It might not even be a person. It might be just recollection of memories of from your relationship. So it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be an ex physically coming back. So let's see. Let's see. Let me get you guys one more card. Let's see. I hope your entire YouTube suggestion is nothing but my face. For the person who's so bored. I hope your entire YouTube playlist suggested videos is nothing but me and references to me. Hold on, Aquarius, I'm going to get you guys a card. P.S. I'm Aquarius cusp. You don't hurt my feelings. And I got Capricorn in my chart. So you really don't hurt my feelings in any way, shape, or form. All right, there you go. Here we go, Aquarius. Make it a good one. Make it a good one. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, Aquarius. Card number 12, Divine Discontent. Winter falls upon us, so spring can bring new growth. Cry the tears, allow the longing. Sadness brings surrender and a deep desire to be free. I know your heart. I hear it breaking and groaning in the darkest night when you imagine yourself to be silently cast adrift in sleep. It speaks to me, that sacred heart of yours, whispering its longing and bemoaning its divine discontent. It knows when something is amiss. It senses that something is not quite right as yet. There's a piece of the puzzle missing. Even in its tremendous gratitude for all that is, and there is much gratitude and sweet appreciation in that precious heart of yours, there is a murmuring, a questing. It cries out to heaven, vouchsafe me a blessing. I cannot go on. I am broken and in need of your tenderness for healing. I am empty and in need of filling, not with stuff and bits, but with the most precious nectar of divine fulfillment. Nothing else will satisfy me. Please restore me to wholeness. I can bear this missing piece, the broken disarray no longer. I listen and I cajole that wise heart of yours. I praise it for its honesty and longing, for the longing is an irresistible perfume to the beloved, attracting the only salve that will soothe the divine discontent of your truth-speaking heart, that of divine presence, absolute and unquestionable. There is a sense within you, perhaps quite obvious to your conscious mind, or perhaps only dimly registered as an unnameable underlying sense of anxiety, that something in your life is not quite right. It might be the sense, even amongst so much gratitude, of a yearning yet to be met, a longing yet to be fulfilled and satisfied. This is the pain of the awakening heart. That heart is capable of bliss and ecstatic reverence for the sheer beauty and wonder of creation. Yet as the heart matures, there will be a process of deep, passionate longing that awakens for the divine. It is the impatience for the caress of the great lover, for the presence of the divine to come to you. Over time, that longing will grow from a mild inner sense of incompleteness, needing to become whole. It will develop into holy fever, a sacred rage, a stamping of dancing feet, a pounding of fists upon the altar, and a longing so deep and distressing that one may break well into tears at the impossibility of bearing the pain of apparent separation for even a moment longer. Where is my beloved? Cries the awakening heart. I call for my beloved, and yet I'm here still waiting. I can stand this no longer. As devotion grows and passion for the divine intensifies, so too does this yearning. Your heart is attached to smaller gods, such as your status, your job, your lover, your body looking a certain way, or being able to live your life in a particular way. These smaller gods are not necessarily an issue, yet you have drawn this oracle, and so it's guidance for you. that the divine wants to draw you closer. Sometimes that means we will have the meager meal wrested from our hands so we may feast upon something far more delectable and grand. Honestly, this is kind of telling me that whatever is being brought back to you, this blast from the past, I think the resistance to this is what's going to load the charge to bring to you something profound. I think this is like a step before the final leap. Um, I don't think the focus should be whatever this is that's coming back. I think whatever this is that's coming back, whether it's memories, an individual, a type of circumstance, I feel like this is going to trigger the last portion of the parts of you that need to really, really be recalibrated. First examined, first observed, and then recalibrated. And I think once you do that, you free yourself from it. It's like I suddenly get this imagery of like a safe, and you've put in the combination, you've turned it and turned it and turned it the other way and turn it again and turn it again. And you can't stop right before you enter the last part, right? Because if you do, if you give up and you out of your frustration just spin the knob, then you have to start all over. I think this is the last stop, the last click before the tumblers release the lock. um, and this is probably why you have such a buildup of frustration, of impatience. um, it feels like this discontent, divine discontent, is the last step before you really enter into this next phase of your journey. Um, my irritation and frustration is suddenly gone. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think you've been led to so many things that seem like dead ends, only to have you turn back around. Well, that knob, you can't just keep turning it in the same direction. Once you get to the number or symbol you're supposed to be on, you have to turn it back around. And that's kind of what's been going on for some of the Aquarius. You feel like you've been turned to the right. You told me, higher self, you told me to make a right turn. And then I hit a wall, you stopped me, and then tell me to go left. Like, what the hell's going on? Well, the combination to the lock: turn right, turn left, turn right again. And I don't think your time is being wasted. I really, really don't. I think what's going on is um, you've been so present in the experience that you haven't allowed yourself to fully pull back enough that you can see what exactly is going on. You just see that you're turning a knob, turning like, what the hell is this? Well, pull yourself back a little bit. It's good to be fully present, but if you pull yourself back, you can get a better idea of what it is you're doing. Okay. I don't think your time is being wasted. I don't feel like you're just being toyed with. I feel like whatever comes back, again, for some, it will be an actual person. For others, it might just be an energetic thing, memories, or maybe a circumstance that triggers the return of those old feelings and frustrations and reminiscing and things like that. But be open to receiving whatever it is your higher self is asking you to receive. And it's okay if you question your higher self. Okay. It's okay for you to question your higher self. Your higher self will understand the need to understand. It's not good to just always take what your higher selves tell you as, the final say. Sometimes you have to question because the higher self can be mimicked unless you have such a deep bond with your higher self, and you can fully discern at all times that this is truly your higher self. How do you know that that is your higher self? How do you know it's not a mimic? You don't know, do you? So it's okay to question. It's okay to pause for a moment. Your higher self understands when you're in full submission to your process, but you're needing a moment to catch your breath, to get a better understanding, whatever it is, your higher self knows that. How do you question your higher self? How do you question? How do you ask me a question? Same way. Same way. So go through your process. If your process involves you being pissed off, then you got to be pissed off. If your process involves you needing to allow yourself to really, really just break down and cry, I know Aquarius doesn't like other people to see that. So then lock yourself in your bathroom. Don't answer the phone. Have your cry. But you need to give yourself the freedom to go through your process, whatever that is. If you journal, if, just don't cut people down. You just don't cut people down. How do you question intuition? The same way you question me. How many times we do more like? What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand that one. How do you know if it's being mimicked? You ask questions and then you see how you feel about it. That's why it's so important that you develop a really strong connection and relationship with your higher self. Your higher self should be your best friend. You should be able to speak very candidly with your higher self. Michael is very near and dear to my heart at this point, and I don't put him on a pedestal. He delivers much of the messages from my higher self. And I don't put him on a pedestal. I don't take everything he says as like, okay, I have to do this because Michael told me. I'm like, why do I have to do that? I don't want to do that. Well, show me why. Tell me why. Prove to me. Show me something that makes me feel like I should agree with you. Because until you do, I'm not doing shit. Which frustrates him, but he has to prove it to me. I'm not cooperating. I don't know if you're being mimicked. I don't know if you're a demon. Shoot. And I still say that to him. He's been with me my whole life, and I still say that to him. Who are you? Are you really Michael? Prove it. Prove it. Show me. Make me believe. If you can't make me believe, then you need to be quiet because I'm not listening to you. And if you're going to tell me, oh, my higher self's going to be pissed off, well, she's just going to have to be pissed off. I don't hear her anyways. What's that matter to me? I don't hear her anyways. I don't listen to her anyways. So she's pissed off. Oh, well. Oh, well. You just have to be secure in your own process. Everything that's meant to happen to you will happen to you. Everything, every lesson that you need to learn, you will learn in this life, whether you allow yourself to acknowledge it. That's a whole different story. I was talking to someone and a profound realization occurred. There is this thing of free will, right? And, free will means you get to choose what happens in your life. Well, for secondary layers of events, yes. For events that are primary events in your life, things that not just affect your learning, but also affect the learning of the people who witness these things happening to you, those have a tendency to not be able to be avoided. Okay. Those are things your soul has planned for you. Those are major milestones in your spiritual journey. And so you can't avoid those things. Right now, many of us are approaching a major milestone in our spiritual journey. We can't necessarily avoid it, but we have the sovereign right. We have the free will to decide how we're going to experience it. So it's not necessarily that your free will is being completely taken away. It's that the level of free will, the degree with which your free will can determine the events is being recalibrated. So just understand, you might not fully understand. You might not be fully in agreement, but whatever will happen will grow you in some way. Okay. It might not be in the way that you like. It might be in a way that you do like. We don't really know. I'm not going to sit here and try and pretend that I know and state shit just to sound like I know. I don't know. I legit don't know. I would prefer no X comes back because I think X's are an X for a reason. Okay. That's just my personal stance. I think they're an X for a reason. Where is my bitch be gone spray? I'm just saying, no. For me personally, no. Go away, stay away, leave me alone. That's done with. We don't need to rehash anything. I don't need any apologies. You move on with your life, be happy with yourself, and just leave me alone. But I'm a human being. My understanding, no matter how much spiritual work I've done, no matter how much I've allowed my consciousness to expand and ripen, I'm a human being, and I will always, while as a human, will always have limited ability to perceive. And so we have to really allow ourselves to just flow, flow with it. You're the water bearer, aren't you guys? You guys pour the water. This is my this is my Aquarius impersonation. I just pour the water. And if it really, really triggers you, you could always break it and then use it to cut. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't cut people. Don't break your vase. Okay? Just pour. Pour, pour, pour until you've cleansed away all your own self-doubt. You guys got this. You totally got this. My personal belief, Aquarius is the genius of the zodiac. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Allow yourself to learn. So, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. I'm going to be live again to do we're going to go ahead and do Gemini. We're going to do Gemini. Okay? Join me in a few minutes. I'm coming back live for Gemini. Bye, guys.